Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to the Physical Media Show here on FanZcene Vids. With me tonight are my lovely panel of Runner Blaze and Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge. How you guys doing?
Oh, you flatter me, sir.
I
Hello.
know. Oh, behave. I love Runner just like, hello.
Now my internet's bugging out a little bit, so I'm trying to not talk as much.
That'll be something new.
You sound fine for once, but yeah.
You sound pretty good.
No, I'm okay right now, but the internet's probably going to crash out at some point because fuck my internet.
Happens. All right. I feel you. Mine goes in and out sometimes too. But I want to say hello to the chat real quick while we're waiting, and then we'll jump into things. Video Tasty says, have a great stream. Thank you very Video Tasty. Appreciate that. Great channel. Go check them out. They're good guys. He's a good guy. Random Brad sending good vibes. What's up, Random Brad and Sean Stackhouse? What's up? Look forward to the show every week, my guys. I'm glad to have you here every week. And hell to you, Steve. Hell yeah. Hell to you, Steven, the mod with the most. He will be here a few minutes late. Video premiering will join. That's fine. That's fine. Do what you got to do, man. I see that, Brandon Brad. What's up, Scribe Light? Glad to have you here as well. And of course, style section. Let's go. Yes, sir. And chat almost jumped on me. Ace Hanlon, howdy to you. Corley and Rogue, you made me jump. Oh, I had it on another tab while browsing. Well, that's always good to get your heart pumping, right? What's up, Inverse Opinions? How you doing as well? And then the Alexa Zorba, hell, Physical Media as always. Rookie Critic, hey.
F, my boy. I was hanging out with him. I was hanging out with him last week. Thanks a lot. Thanks for that, Greg.
Well, you're welcome. Build Blockbuster back better. Yeah, because I like Blockbuster. I rented from them near the end, but Blockbuster did put out a lot of good people out of business. So they weren't always the greatest as people like to remember, but damn, I would like to have a video store back like that at one time. But with all that being said, I thank you guys all for here being in the chat, all out there watching. We're going to play you guys some of the upcoming titles, and then we'll get into what we're going to get into. So let's get into it.
Hello there, and welcome to your 4K4U news and rumors for the week of June 14th, 2023. Just a quick update this week in the news department. Cowboys and Aliens was announced by Kino Lorber for late 2023 on 4K. No word yet on which cut, but they will update us when they can. Beverly Hills Cop 3 is finally hitting 4K in the US in October. It's been available, I believe, in France and a few other places, but Paramount is finally seeing fit to give us the film in October to complete our trilogy just in time for Beverly Hills Cop 4. Hustle and Flow will hit 4K from Paramount as well on the 29th of August. Ender's Game is coming in a Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook from Lionsgate, one of their fancy ones there, on August 8th. The Last Dragon was announced by Sony to be coming in a 4K Steelbook on September 19th, 2023. Cinderella will finally be available widely in 4K on August 1st from Disney. It's now available as a Disney Movie Club exclusive, but on the 1st you'll be able to buy it everywhere. Warner Archive made a few announcements. The Sumerian from 1931, The Fastest Gun Alive, Helen of Troy, The Last Time I Saw Paris, The Broadway Melody from 1929, and Du Barry Was a Lady from 43, all coming to Blu-ray. Best of Times looks like it's going to be coming from Kino Lorber. No date yet, but late 23 tentatively. In the rumor department, we only got a few here as well. Cyborg looks to be coming to 4K, most likely from Shout Factory. Another rumor, Silverado will be coming to 4K, most likely from Sony. Clue looks to be coming to 4K, probably from Paramount. And The Color Purple looks to be coming to 4K. No date yet, but most likely Warner Brothers. Still considered a rumor, but highly likely considering it got a restoration for its 35th anniversary. And the readaptation musical version is coming out, I believe, later this year. So that's your news and rumors for this week on 4K for you. See you next week on the show.
All right, there you guys. Yeah, there you go. There's some great titles. There's a couple there that I missed, but yeah, good ones. And also an update for those who wanted the Nightbreed 4K from Shout Factory. Only the theatrical cut will be 4K. So it looks like the rest of the Blu-ray disc on that will be the same Blu-ray disc as is the other Blu-ray disc they had before. So there you have that. And speaking of Robin Williams, because I saw the Kurt Russell Robin Williams movie in there, we got a $5 super chat from Bronson Wright Wolf. Says, what is your favorite Robin Williams movie? What is your least favorite Robin Williams movie? Renner, you want to go first?
I haven't seen a whole lot of his movies, to be fair.
I figured.
But I, on the top of my head, probably Good Will Hunting. Probably my favorite.
Okay.
Just great movie. He's had other movies too, like Mrs. Doubtfire. I haven't seen in fucking years.
Mrs. Doubtfire's good.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it in years, so it's like I need to like rewatch it to like refresh my memory. But I can't think of like a
Mrs. Doubtfire's fire. I got a soft spot for Popeye.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite one of his is Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh yeah, that's definitely that's good.
I've been wanting to see that for a long ass time now.
My least favorite's got to be like Bicentennial Man. I never enjoyed that movie. That was not very good in my opinion.
Never.
Somewhere between that and maybe Flubber, or I mean, The World According to Garp is good until near the end, and then it just goes off the fucking rails.
Yeah.
I mean, but I love him in like The Fisher King. I mean, he's really good in just about everything. Like that's the thing, is even in some of his bad movies, Jack is another bad movie. But
yeah. Oh, I love it.
Jack's
one of those. A Fair Munchausen.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one. He's not even credited in that.
Really? Oh, that's weird.
Pretty sure he's not even credited. Yeah.
He had a good career there. I mean, it was up and down, but it was good. I always have a soft spot for Jack. It's one of them just kind of stupid movies, but it's kind of fun at the same time. I like Mrs. Doubtfire. I like Good Morning Vietnam.
Jumanji.
Yes, Jumanji. I love Jumanji.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that until Rookie brought it up. I'm like, oh hell yeah, Aladdin, that too. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Genie, the real Genie, by the way.
I never much cared for Patch Adams or Bicentennial Man. So, but yeah, I hope that answered your question, Bronson Wright Wolf. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And I'll give you a little. Where's it at? I haven't played it in a couple weeks. Let me find it. I never have these things ready. I'll give you a little Freddy.
Stick that in your VCR and suck on it.
Did you guys hear me?
No.
It was like it played.
I just heard you now.
It played twice again on my end.
Oh, I just played once here.
Oh, that's why you were still muted. What the hell?
Yeah, it's like that's like the second time that's done that to me. It doesn't happen often, but that's like the second time it like plays the clip twice.
No, I like unmute.
It doesn't play it twice on our end, so you might want to just talk over it next time. Just unmute yourself.
Yeah, I will. Next time I definitely will. It's
you can
weird.
Ask us and we'll be like, no, that's not playing again. That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. Hell, Tim Hayes, it's okay, man. If you don't have to stay too long tonight, it might be a little bit of a short show tonight, but we'll see how it goes.
I thought my internet was fucked up again.
Yeah, I was like, what happened? Did we lose him?
Yeah, it's like I definitely need to unmute it when it happens, but that's like the second time it's happened. I don't know why. But we did get another $5 super chat here, real quick, from the Rookie Critic. Says streaming's new strategy will soon be to sell their movies on disc and streaming stores on neighborhood blocks. It's almost like when people that's not far from the somebody saying, "Oh, I hate texting. Why don't they create something where you can talk to somebody?" I've heard people say that, and I'm like, that's a phone, right? That's what that does. You don't have to text the whole time. But yeah, so I would love to have a video store back. And for that, Rook, since you're a fan and I'm a fan, I always like to give you the special here.
You will have long blonde hair, big green eyes, world-class breasts, ass that
Oh, did
Always
it
a
not
little
play
bit.
twice for you?
No, that was fine that time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, uh, yo. We got a couple super chats this thing. I'm not used to getting them this early, usually down the line. So I was trying to hit these super chats real quick so we can get into everything here. Where'd it go? It jumped on me. $2 super chat from Tommy Reviews. Hell, I got Flashdance and Dread 4K steelbooks. Great
Oh yeah.
gets there with Flashdance and all them. 4K, definitely.
I got the Dread 4K Steelbook not too long ago because Lionsgate re-released them, so that's a good one. I have not gotten the Flashdance Steelbook. I just don't think I need one.
I need to get Flashdance. I have Dread, but I don't have the 4K. I upgrade eventually. But
and I think I saw Lionsgate also reprinted some of the Ron Steelbooks for anyone wanting to get those.
Oh yeah, fine. That's came back out.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Nice. Well, since we get the $2 super chat there.
I can't wait to see him in The Flash.
Yeah, I have no interest in that movie at all.
I'm seeing it tomorrow with friends, so pray with me.
Good
pray
luck.
that I make it out alive. Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm not excited.
Yeah, I'm not excited at all. I have seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's a really good movie, Jack Nicholson. I don't think I've seen The Last Detail. So, Runner, have you seen any of those?
No. I've wanted to see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest for a while because a friend of mine recommended that. The Last Detail, I think Shout released.
Shout has it on 4K. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
I have it.
But speaking of Batman, Joker and the Penguin are both in. That's one of Flew the Cuckoo's, right?
Cuckoo's Nest, yeah.
Yeah. I like brain farted there. It's like, no, wait, yes, they are. I've seen it. Yes. But yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is a great movie. I've never seen The Last Detail. What is The Last Detail?
Jack Nicholson and Randy Quaid. Randy Quaid's on his way to get taken to military prison or whatever. So Jack Nicholson and this other guy give him like a last hoorah on his way.
Huh.
Pretty good.
I have to check that out. I haven't seen it in a while. But thank you once again, Bronson Wright Wolf, for the $5 super chat. I hope we helped you out there a little bit. And as we close,
that's why I want you to eat me. Don't you want to eat me?
Well,
John.
I know. I was trying to move the thing real quick, and it just kept going. But thank you to everybody in the chat for the super chats, Rookie, Bronson, and Tommy Reviews. Thank you for everybody there. So let's get started here, Runner. Let's get you. What's your first pick of the night?
Okay. I'm gonna disappoint some people with this, and maybe not the way you think. It's a movie that most people, I would say, enjoy, but I did not, unfortunately. And good thing I only paid $10 for this movie at the time. It was a Black Friday deal. I thought this movie was boring as hell. The jokes were not funny. They were dated, honestly. I could see why some people would like it, but it just wasn't for me. Monty Python's The Meaning of Life.
That's blasphemous, man. That's blasphemous.
The beginning is cool with the building moving and all that stuff, and the animation parts were pretty good, but overall I was bored to death. I'm sorry.
Always look on the bright side of life. Come on, Burner.
That's like for Brian, but yeah.
I know. It's as soon as I said it, I was like, oh God, I pulled a Runner. But yes,
right.
yes.
No, Secret Alive is a pretty good movie, I think. But,
yeah, it's good. I like the dinner scene there. It's funny.
Fuck off, I'm full.
Yeah, fuck off.
I'm sorry, I didn't laugh once.
But you didn't even laugh at every sperm is sacred. Every sperm is good.
Monty,
If a sperm is
Monty Python is comedic legends there, Runner. I can't believe you didn't laugh at it.
I mean, I'd probably like some of their other stuff. It's just that was not it for me. I'm sorry. This is not a good movie. I don't care. Kick me all you want. It sucked. It's fucking shit.
Meaning of Life is not my favorite either, but it has moments. Some people don't, you know, some people.
Style section, it's shit. I'm sorry.
It's a good movie.
You may think so.
Holy Grail is by far the best, but it's a good movie, Life of Brian, and
I do want to see. I do want to see Life of Brian. I do want to see Holy Grail, but yeah. It's just a shame that those didn't come out on 4K, but this did, and I only paid $10 for it. Thank God.
No taste, Runner. No taste.
Dude, it is not the greatest thing ever. Let's be honest. There's better fucking movies than this thing right here.
If you say so. All right. I guess you don't have much words to say for that, so.
No, I was disappointed. Sorry.
Okay. It happens. Not everybody can have good taste. What can we say?
Hey, you don't have good taste. You keep shitting on Don't Breathe when you haven't even seen it. So
I believe Tom and most of my chat agreed with us on most of that there, Runner.
Well, here's the thing. Tom has seen the movie, so I'm going to give him credit. That's the thing.
I don't need to see the movie to know that I won't like it.
You should.
Because I've seen parts of it and what I've seen of it and what I know of it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. But okay, that was
you have no taste then.
Whatever, Runner.
Yeah, exactly, Greg. That's my fucking point.
I have perfect taste, but
no, you don't. No, Rookie has better taste. I learned that after watching the replay for last week when he showed Don't
Rookie doesn't like the Ghostbusters, so don't come at me with that.
Okay. In his defense, that's a shit take as well, but he says he hasn't seen it and he might rewatch it, so hopefully, I don't know. He's growing, okay? He's a growing boy. He's a growing boy. Maybe he'll like Ghostbusters. I don't know. Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
All
right, Tom, what do you got?
This movie's trash.
Well, I wonder if anybody else has this one this week.
Not me.
I was upset and I did not order the one that came in the Star. I was kind of pissed. I didn't want the Steelbook because the Steelbook was lame. So I just ended up with regular 4K edition, but it looks pretty good. I mean, it's an animated film, so of course it's going to look good on 4K. Still decent as the first time I remember seeing it. Yeah, I mean, I can recommend it. I don't know who else here's seen it besides me, but
I have it as one of my picks.
Well, there we go. Go ahead, Runner.
Yeah, here, let me.
Since you have 12.
Yeah, he's got like so many.
Yeah. This movie's really good. I watched it with the family last week, actually, when I got this, and surprisingly, they had a good time with this. I wasn't sure if they'd like it or not, considering their age, but yeah, it's a fun fucking movie. It is arguably the best. It's probably the best video game adaptation we have so far. And let's be honest, most of them kind of suck. This one's actually good. The animation by Illumination, how they do their animations and stuff, I think is perfect for Mario. So, I mean, literally, like, watching the movie in the theater was like just cool because it actually looked like the games in a certain perspective, but at the same time, it wasn't like, oh, like they didn't like make it. They didn't make the movie to the point where like, oh, I fuck this movie. I actually want to play the games.
Well, that's the plus. Actually, it was the other way around for me. Instead of me going, why am I watching this when I should be playing a game?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I enjoyed the film, but afterwards, it made me want to go play the game, as opposed to like some other films where it's just like, yeah, I'm better off just playing the game. This is boring. You know?
Yeah. Oh,
So like that
definitely.
I enjoyed. And Corleone Rogue, not yet. I mean, it was released in 3D in theaters, but as far as I know, it hasn't got. I would assume eventually Japan or somebody like that will get a 3D release. I'll let you know if I hear something though.
Okay. I have yet to see it, sadly, and I need to, but I just haven't.
Your kids should enjoy it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, it's nothing overly. I give it maybe at best a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Honestly, I like the original film better. But I understand the original film is not Mario Brothers compared
yeah,
to this.
Yeah.
I
Right.
tried watching.
And there's a lot of similarities between the two. In fact, there's like the intro and the exit are almost exactly the same in a lot of ways. Like with them breaking down in their truck on the way to the job, that's similar to what happens in the original film. Them having, competition thing with other plumbers, that's kind of part of the other film. And then the ending of the film ends, in Brooklyn, kind of a merge of the two worlds, which also is kind of when they fight Bowser in the street, very similar. Like there's a lot of beats that are very, very similar. But no, overall, it's a fun time, and it plays on all the nostalgic beats it has to for all the ages. And it managed to be the biggest movie of the year so far.
Nice.
Oh,
I mean,
Seth Rogen is clearly the worst part.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Bad.
Seth Rogen is
I
like the worst in everything.
Liz, I'll be honest with you. I didn't used to hate Seth Rogen back then, but like as of now, it's like he's in like almost everything to the point where I'm just like, why the fuck is he in this? Like, just stop.
I don't get it myself. I mean,
I don't get it. Like,
he was in like 2 good movies, and then like
he must suck some mean dick.
Yeah, he must.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen him.
Most of the other like voice cast, I think, is very good.
I'll take it.
It's funny, like because my like parents know some of these like voice actors. Like I told them, like, hey, do you know who voices this and that? And we went to Donkey Kong, and I'm like, you know who that is, right? And she's like, no. I'm like, seriously, you can't tell at all. Like, it's so obvious. And I'm like, Seth Rogen. I was like, oh yeah, no.
Maybe your parents are lucky enough not to really know who he is.
Yeah.
No,
we don't really like
avoided all his dumb movie.
It's weird. My mom does not like Jack Black as an actor, but she doesn't mind Seth Rogen. I'm like, you like Seth Rogen over Jack Black? Like, what?
That's ridiculous. Because Jack Black is way better than him. At least Jack Black, you make you laugh.
Oh yeah, that was my point I tried to make. I'm like, it's not like it's because the difference.
I agree with you there, Dan Blackwood.
Jack Black is in like movies and stuff where it's like, it like works. Like it works for the type of persona that he goes off with. With Seth Rogen, it's like he'll try to get almost anything he'll get, and it just doesn't work. Like he only works in certain things, and that's it.
He literally plays himself in every movie he's in. I mean, he changes absolutely nothing. Like even in the Fablemans, he ruined that fucking movie.
Oh, dude, that I mean, he didn't ruin it, but he annoyed me in it. I was just like, I remember seeing the theater, like an empty theater, mind you, and I'm like, I didn't know he was in it at all. I'm like, why is this fucker in this movie? I'm like, God damn it.
I know.
But I thought the Donkey Kong character was fine. It's just Seth Rogen.
It's
that's
Seth
the problem.
Rogen.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like there's a part in the movie where like Mario and Donkey Kong, they like hate each other because Mario kicks his ass at one point, but they find some common ground at one point, and like that was really cool. They found something in common with their parents and stuff.
Yeah,
like that was really good. Like that was good shit.
I do need to see it. I want to see it, so I will be probably getting that soon as well.
Oh yeah, and it does look really good on 4K considering the animation and all that. But it's a newer animated movie, so it's gonna look good.
Yeah, it's gonna look great on 4K.
And I paid like $32 for this, but honestly, I don't care. I want the movie to succeed because, yeah, I wasn't mad paying over $30 for this.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind. So I'll probably pick it up on 4K here soon. But
Yeah, like
speaking of,
you know what's funny? I literally didn't know it was out on 4K until I saw an image on Twitter where somebody said, "Man, what's with these lame like menus for current physical media?"
yeah,
And I'm like, "Wait, like some people have the fucking Mario movie
I
already
believe it
on
was released a
physical?"
week early, is what I heard
Yeah,
from
I know.
Mike.
Yeah, it was last week it was released.
So
And
yeah,
then and this was on a Thursday, mind you. And then I like run all the way to my Best Buy because I checked the app and it's like, oh, there's a few more in stock on 4K. I'm like, oh shit. So I just ran all the way to my Best Buy.
fuck your Best Buy.
Hey, you know.
No, that's a good thing
And
that it had
and
it.
and yeah, the steelbook, as Tom said, the steelbook cover's lame as hell. I'm
Um,
sorry. That is a lazy ass
I
fucking
haven't seen the
steelbook.
still, but I've seen the slipcover. I don't think I've ever
It's
seen
a
the
one-up
two.
mushroom. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
Oh,
Right?
is
It's a
it?
big mushroom.
It's a
Yeah,
mushroom.
that's.
I was
It's a
gonna say I don't
mushroom.
think I've seen anybody share the steelbook at all. All I've ever
No,
seen
no,
is
no,
the
no.
slipcover,
I'm
the Star
surprised
one.
they sold out. To be honest with you,
I was
I
gonna,
can't believe they
yeah,
did.
like,
That's
yeah, it's
funny.
literally a one-up mushroom with a black background. That's it.
That's
It is
horrible.
nothing that stupendous. Yeah,
That's
Like,
horrible.
like this is at least better.
and the back
Yeah,
is the back of the mushroom.
yeah, that's what I've seen.
Oh,
That's
really?
is it
Yeah,
Jesus.
seriously? Oh, that's
yeah.
horrible. That's
The
horrible.
inside is like the Mushroom Kingdom or whatever, but still, it's like that
Why
should
do
have been
you?
the outside.
Yeah, I was
Was
gonna say
vice
that you
versa.
want the big artwork on the outside. You can have the little one-up
Yeah,
mushroom on the inside.
exactly.
But
Well, it's actually a red mushroom. It's not a one up.
oh yeah, the
Whatever.
red mushroom.
Big
Yeah,
difference. Who gives a shit?
yeah.
And
Oh,
Bronson White Wolf, yes, I have seen Funny People. The first half is good. The last half is a bad movie. It's like two different movies.
I've never seen it because I'm not really a fan of Seth Rogen, and it kind of looked depressing to me, so I never watched it. So
Yeah, they give away most of it in the trailers anyway.
yeah, that's what I saw in the trailer, and I was like, yeah, I like Adam Sandler here and there, especially early
And the
Sandler.
last
But
half of the movie is literally spent on him trying to sleep with some old flame.
really,
Yeah, while her husband's out of town. It is real. I'm not even kidding. Like the first half of the movie is Adam Sandler's this comedian who's very Adam Sandler-esque,
hmm
right? They even have like fake trailers for movies that he would star in. And this is where when Jack and Jill came out, I actually thought that was an outtake from Funny People because they make fun of his movies, right? Like in one of them, he's a grown-up baby where it's a baby with his head on it.
oh God,
Right? He's like, I'm a baby, goo goo gaga, and shit like that. You know, it's like it's really bad. I mean, some of it's kind of funny, but then so like he meets Seth Rogen, and Seth Rogen is like this comedy writer for him. Like he needs
hmm
somebody to help punch up his jokes. And right off the bat, Adam Sandler is like just volatile and hard to deal with. And Seth's like kind of, trying to figure out if it's even worthwhile. But then he finds out that he's dying, that the reason Adam Sandler's character is the way he is because he's dying of this strange disease that they don't even really say, I think, in the movie. And then all of a sudden, halfway through the movie, he's cured. And so, like, that would have been like the first half of the movie makes a decent film. It's kind of like this whole thing. And then there's this big, huge portion after that where, like I said, it's this whole thing where after he gets this renewed lease on life, he goes and tries to nail this old fucking flame that's played by the wife of the director, Judd Apatow.
yeah,
That
because she
chickens in all his movies, yeah.
same as Rob
And
Zombie.
she's
and all
married to
them.
Eric Bana, and you're sitting here going, why in the world would she even think about fucking Adam Sandler when she's got Eric Bana?
Exactly.
And he plays this
that's
complete dolt, right? Like, and he's not even, you're just sitting here feeling bad for him by the end of the movie. And then, like, Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen have this big blowout over the whole thing, and they separate. And then the end of the movie is literally like it jumps to a couple months later, a year later, and Seth Rogen's doing his thing now on his own. And, it's like, okay, like that, you should have cut out all that extra shit, and the movie would have been okay. And not only that, it would only been just over an hour.
Dang.
Because the movie as is like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I
or
was
2
gonna
hours
say they're
plus.
like really long.
Yeah, it is like two movies in one too. Because like I said, once you get to that Eric Bana scene, because the first bits jump along like in a time period, and then all of a sudden you spend like an hour just in this one night at their house where all he's trying to do is fuck her. Seriously.
That's crazy.
And it is so bad. And it's just anyway.
I'm glad I didn't watch it. But yeah,
And of course she acts all like a star fucker too on top of it all. So like I said, it's just
Oh, really? Like, oh, I banged him.
Well, like she obviously wants to, and you're just sitting there going, "Why in the world?" Regardless of how
What? Yeah,
famous he
why?
is, you've got Eric Bana, right? Like, I mean, that kind of guy. He's good looking. Why the fuck would you even mess with it? I think they even had kids too. Remember? I can't remember now, but
That's
it's been like
even
10,
worse.
15 years since I've seen it or whatever. But yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
bad.
bad.
That sounds bad. But I hope that answered your question, Bronson. And thank you once again for the $5 super chat. And
Yeah. What do you got?
oh,
I have to return some videotapes.
Yeah, sure.
I forgot. I heard you so right when I pressed it. What do you got? I'm going to disappoint Runner and probably some of the chat here. But I watched, and I managed to find time to watch John Wick Chapter 4.
I haven't got to yet.
I like the movie. I do think it is a good movie, but this is nowhere near as good as the first movie. And if I'm honest, this is probably the worst sequel of the John Wick movies.
What?
Yeah. The only thing this has better than because I always thought part 2 was the worst sequel. The only thing this has better than part 2 is it has a better ending. That's the only thing this has better. Don't get me wrong; it is a good movie. I like the movie, and I went and watched the Critical Drinker's review of it after I watched it, and I'm really, really glad that the Critical Drinker had the same complaints I had about this movie because I was thinking that people would get really pissed at me. But I don't want people to get me wrong. I do like the movie, but this movie should not be 3 hours long. The bulletproof suits get ridiculous. I loved seeing Keanu Reeves kick ass, but sometimes those fights go on, and yes, there are times where the guys are just standing there waiting to get hit. They're just standing there. And it kind of takes you out of that a little bit. I know everybody talks about Donnie Yen and how great he was. Yeah, he was great, but I really feel like Donnie Yen, the Mr. Nobody guy who I was absolutely fucking annoying. I couldn't stand his character.
I don't see anything annoying.
And the world building overshadowed John Wick. By the time he gets to the end of the movie, you're wondering what is John Wick's purpose anymore? Because Donnie Yen's character has a purpose. He's basically John Wick before John Wick. You know, he's been pulled out. He has a daughter. The people bring him back in to go kill John Wick. And then you have this new bounty hunter guy who somehow knows how to track John Wick, has a whole book about John Wick, never tells you how he got the book, never tells you how he's got the information. And he's the fucking baddest ass guy in the movie.
Where was he the first 3?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just
and here's, you know what I was saying about Mario Brothers? Here's the difference. John Wick 2 and 3 were movies that made me want to pick up a controller.
And yes,
because I'm like, why am I watching this? I feel like I should be playing a game.
This one is so much more a video game. It's not funny. That's what the Critical Drinker said in his review. It should have. You could easily cut off the first hour of this movie. You don't need the first hour at all of this movie, and this could have been part 3. This should have been part 3 right here, the way it ends and everything, because this basically negates part 3. Everything that happens in part 3, the only thing you really need to know about from part 3 that you need to know in this is that when he goes to the desert and gets his finger cut off, that's the only place you need to remember. Everything else that happened in part 3. It never brought up. And personally, I like Mark Dacascos' character in part 3 better than Donnie Yen's, because with Mark Dacascos' character, I know I'm not saying his name right, it was cool to see him and John Wick fight and know that one of them was going to die and how much he reveled in it and how he was sort of like, you know, I'm going to kill John Wick. I don't have nothing to hold me back. Where Donnie Yen's character is like, I don't want to see John Wick kill this guy. He's got a daughter and everything. And then plus the after credit scene, which I don't want to spoil too much, is basically negates his whole fucking journey in the movie. But I love the movie. I did love the movie. I don't want people.
You had.
I know it sounds like I'm ripping into it and saying, I did love the movie, but I think it's the weakest of the sequels, and it really should have been part 3. I thought part 3 was better.
I thought this was better than 2 and 3.
I thought
it's up there with 1 for me, and I'll explain why I like it more than you. It's the technical aspects of it.
But that's it. I mean, you gotta have character, you gotta have story, and I really feel like the world of John Wick
I feel like they improved on that.
I think that's the problem. The world they build up the world building and bringing in the new characters diminished John Wick, because John Wick is. I'm actually in the first half of the movie. I'm thinking, is there going to be a John Wick in a John Wick movie? Because he's gone for like a big chunk of the beginning of the movie. So I think the bloating of the world building and the characters really diminished his character a little bit, and yeah, that was my biggest. That was truly my biggest problem with that. Is it felt like his journey that we've been watching was kind of diminished, and it took a backseat to everything else that the world of the table, the high table, the heads of the family, the Russian mafia, the new characters, and even they make you feel bad for the people that are helping John Wick. Like John Wick is bringing them pain. It's like, well, yeah, just let the motherfucker die then. Why are you even helping him? So that was my biggest problems with the movie. But I really did actually enjoy the movie. It could have been like an hour shorter, and the world building needed to be scaled back, because I wouldn't even think this is a sequel to the first movie. Because that first movie is so good. It's nice and tight, about 2 hours, great action, great character. I mean, you got the mysterious elements of like, what's this gold coins? What's this underground world? Keanu Reeves nails it. And then after that, I think they got too fascinated with the world that John Wick inhabits.
Okay, here's where I have to disagree with you. You have a whole problem about too much world building and shit. That's one of the problems.
It's the bloating of the world building. The world building is great. It just overbloated the movie and the story.
Okay, and here's the other thing.
I agree with you, Victor. That Dragon Breath shotgun scene was cool.
Yeah, that blew my fucking mind in the theater. It looked like, I know Tom's gonna complain, oh, I'm gonna pick up a controller after watching this movie. It looked kind of cool, the fact that it was like a one-shot type of shoot 'em up arcade thing. I'll admit it. I thought that was really cool. Like, the technical aspects are amazing in this movie, but I understand where you're coming from with the side characters and stuff. I don't necessarily agree that it overshadows him, but because one of the things when I heard like there were certain people cast and they like Donnie Yen and what's his name, Scorpion, and
oh yeah,
Mortal Kombat.
See, like I said, you literally could have took that whole beginning out with him and his daughter. You literally could have took that all out.
No, but like
it's really pointless. All that does is set up the after credit scene.
I mean, the daughter, yeah.
I don't want to spoil too much for Tom, because I don't want to.
I can see where you're coming from, but like,
honestly, I barely remember the second and third one. I've only seen them like twice.
Shit. One of my other problems with 2 and 3 is like they give you these side characters, but they're like super forgettable in my opinion. These ones in 4 are freaking awesome.
Exactly, and they diminished John Wick because
no,
especially Mr. Nobody.
So.
I did not like that character of Mr. Nobody at all. To me, he felt like a Mary Sue. Mr. Nobody felt like a Mary Sue because he knew how to track John Wick. He had a whole book about John Wick. He was the baddest guy in the movie, and he saved John Wick's life 3 times, even though he's supposed to be killing him.
I mean, yeah, he was I mean, I'll agree with I'll give you this, Greg. He was the weakest part of the movie, but like, I didn't think it diminished.
I really felt like it diminished his journey.
He still fucking kicked ass and everything.
No, yeah, because it's like here's Donnie Yen, here's Mr. Nobody, here's Scott Adkins, here's the Bill Skarsgård.
Oh yeah,
characters. These are the stars of the film. These are the stars of the film. And then all of a sudden, here comes John Wick and kills like 100 guys. And then when he fell down the flight of steps, I fucking laughed my ass off. I laughed my ass off when I was like, are they really going to kick his ass down all them steps? Then he gets up and does it all over again. I couldn't with that. That scene was ridiculous. And I know I'm sorry.
Greg.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to anybody. I'm not trying to put it because I really, really, truly did like the movie.
Did not.
No, I swear to God, I really did. I really did. But when I watched John Wick, I think I would rather just watch 1, 3, 2, and 4. That's how I would rank them. I did, and it's got a brilliant ending. I do love the ending.
The ending's good. And
This
no,
part
I'm
4,
fine.
as far as I'm concerned, should have been part 3.
That's fair, but
Because 3 is pointless after you watch 4. 3 is truly pointless.
I mean, 3 does have a special place in my heart,
That's
but
outrageous.
Yeah. But okay, let's get to Tom because I know
John Wick 2 is my least favorite just because.
I'm gonna have to say 4 is my least favorite now.
You see, I don't agree. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but like, I don't know. I just don't see it the way you do. But I get it. I get it. And
I was really glad that
I'm
when
fine.
I watched the Critical Drinkers, I was really glad that some of that stuff I just said he actually said in his review because I was thinking these as things I was watching. I was like, okay, I'm glad he saw some of that.
No, that's fine. I
Um,
don't. I think it's up there with 1. Like it's like where it
I
should
just don't
be, in
think
my
they've ever
opinion.
topped that first movie. That first movie is really, really good. And
No,
it
the
just
first
has
movie
not,
is
they have
really
not
good.
topped it. None of the sequels have topped it or have come close, in my opinion. But like I said, agree to disagree, and I get where you're coming from. And I know there's some super chats out there, and I will get to your guys' super chats. Please give me a minute. But Tom, we're going to go ahead and go to Tom real quick and to see what his next pick is.
All right. I have a movie here that is one of the better Wes Craven films aside from the Nightmare on Elm Street film, obviously. And it's been released a couple of years back from Scream/Shout, People Under the Stairs.
Yes.
And here's the Arrow version.
Nice.
And I imported this because this had special features that are not on here. This actually had some newer interviews with Wes Craven at the time and a couple of the actors and stuff in the film. But this has a nice selection overall. But we recently got an upgrade from Shout Factory. Now, it doesn't say it on here, really, I don't think. Yeah, no, it doesn't say it on here. But the 4K disc has all the special features from this one.
Really? And
Yes.
you imported it?
Yeah, well, I've had this now for... Actually, I think I had this before the Shout Factory one.
Okay.
This is 2013. And this one was, I want to say 16 or something like that. Maybe a little earlier. It doesn't have a copyright on this one for this one. But I'm pretty sure I had the import first. But yeah, it's a nice scan. Looks really nice. I'm assuming Universal did the scan, but it doesn't say here who did it. But it was a nice surprise that, so yeah, technically I don't need my old Arrow version
Not anymore.
So, yeah, trying to remember, did this have any reverse art on it? No, the 4K has no reverse art. The 4K, you only get
the original
video style art, which is fine, and I did get the poster with it. But no, yeah, it's a nice transfer. It sounds really nice. You get the 2.0 and 5.0, 5.1 soundtrack. Or did they do a Dolby Atmos? I think it's just 5.1. Yeah, it's just 5.1. But of course, you got all the audio commentaries that were here before and all the special features and stuff. And yeah, I can recommend it highly if you haven't picked it up already.
Yeah, I've been wanting to add that to. Did we lose Runner? I just realized Runner's gone. I think we made him mad. I've been meaning to get that one. The People Under Stairs because I haven't seen that in years, and I remember being really creeped out by the kid. What's his name with the gums? I can't remember his name, but I remember being creeped out by him, and just like the whole movie was. And with the guy that played from Silver Bullet, the preacher, I thought they were great. Him and his wife. I love that movie. It's a good movie. So, does it look good?
Yeah, it's a really nice scan. Like I said, I don't know if Universal did it or what, but Universal has been seeming to do okay lately, so I'm not. It looks good. Yeah.
Now I wonder if it was Universal or Shout that region locked it.
Oh, that's right. Yes, there was that incident. I I forgot all about that. Well, we did hear that some movies might start getting region locked. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, I remember hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that might be the case here as to why.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that movie again when I get it. I've been meaning to buy that, and I actually just talked to a director, Harley Wallen, who's actually reuniting that guy and the one guy from Lost Boys for the first time in a movie he's making, a vampire movie he's making. Yeah, he's reuniting those two guys for the very first time since People Under the Stairs in a movie. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I've been looking forward to getting that one because I haven't seen that in such a long time. And People Under Stairs and Wes Craven. I love Wes Craven. So yeah. Keep studios. It's I don't know why they decided all of a sudden to do the region lock 4K. I just don't know.
It's probably Universal that made them do it.
It might have been. Was it because my other one was that Universal too? Because I did get Brotherhood of the Wolf. Yeah, I think that's Universal. It's Studio Canal, but Universal in America. So it might have been Universal that did it because they were both coming from them. Interesting. But yeah, it's a good movie, and now I know because to be honest with you, I almost bought that Arrow import you had. I almost bought that not too long ago, and then they announced the 4K. So now I know I don't need to import it like that. So I believe 7's coming. I believe we heard that 7 may be coming soon. So yeah.
I think 7 was one that was mentioned before.
Yeah. And Tom, I know you gotta go.
I got another stream I gotta run to, but I'll hold off until
okay.
Runner gets back.
While we're waiting on Runner, we'll hit these super chats real quick because we got 3 of them. Sure. If you want to answer any of them,
sure.
If I can find my there we go. Here's the first one from Bronson again. Thank you, Bronson, for all these super chats tonight. It says, have you guys seen This Is the End? If so, what are your thoughts on the movie? Seth Rogen, James Franco.
That one's a little bit better than some of the other ones. Yeah,
it has moments. It's honestly, if it wasn't for the rest of the people, it probably wouldn't be good because I'm just not a fan of Seth Rogen. So yeah, it's a good thing he has a good cast in it. Yeah.
That's kind of just
Yeah. And thank you for the $10 super chat, Bronson. And Tommy Reviews, $5 says, forgot to mention I bought my Cinemark Optimus popcorn head and cruising, but what the F is the good version of the French Connection so damn expensive, Tom?
Because people found out that it was fucked up.
Yeah, so they know it edited. Now it's sold out real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give you and Bronson, Tommy and Bronson, I'll give you guys together. Let's see, what do we got here? How about some Samurai Cop?
They call him Samurai. He speaks fluent Japanese.
Are you Fujiyama?
What does katana mean?
It means Japanese sword.
That movie's so stupid. I swear it's so stupid. I love it. I still need to see the sequel to it too, and what Tommy Wiseau's in the sequel. So I gotta get to that eventually. And here's another $10 super chat from Bronson. Thank you, Bronson, so very much. Have you guys seen the Flintstones movie from 1994? If so, what are your thoughts on John Goodman as Fred Flintstone, Rick Moranis, Barty Rebel? I thought John Goodman was perfectly cast as Fred Flintstone. Rick Moranis was good, but it's not too bad of a movie. I thought it was funny for its time. It's a decent 90s one. And I always find it funny that Sharon Stone was actually supposed to play the Halle Berry role, and she turned it down, so Halle Berry became Sharon Stone. That was her name in the movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny. Plus Halle Berry's hot, so yeah. Yeah. So it's not a bad movie, and I do think John Goodman was a good. I really do think he was a good Fred Flintstone, and I love Rick Moranis. He's great in anything. It's a product of his time. It's very 90s. It's all. I would put it right there with the Beverly Hillbillies movie. Have you remember that? I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, I haven't seen the Beverly Hillbillies movie in forever.
Yeah, it's on DVD, but it's never been released on Blu-ray. Unfortunately,
is that another Disney Touchstone Hollywood picture or something?
Fox owns it originally.
So now Disney owns it.
Yeah.
Yep. There's another one for you guys. Oh, once again, thank you so very much, Bronson, for truly thank you. It says Beetlejuice, Dark Shadows, Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow, and Sweeney Todd, the Demon, Barbara, Fleet Street would be all great movies to play a Halloween party. Would you agree? Yeah, I would, especially Beetlejuice and Sleepy Hollow. Those are my two favorites of what's his name, Tim Burton there. So yeah, I agree.
Why don't we have you do one more?
I only got two more to go, but I'll go.
I know, yeah. I was gonna say, if anything, why don't we do one more? And if you don't come back by the time we're done talking about that, maybe we can just call it an early night.
I guess so. But I'll show up real quick here. I'll bring this one on since you're here. Since before you leave, let's see. So I watched Renfield. I don't have the Blu-ray yet, but thank you, Tom, for sending me the code.
Oh, I do have the Blu-ray. I could have brought that up, I suppose, but
yeah. Okay. I watched Renfield. I loved Renfield. I thought it was great.
Did you?
So yes, I thought it was a great movie. I'm going to buy that on Blu-ray here very soon. But I went back and I watched another Dracula movie. It's probably not the Dracula movie you guys thinking about. I haven't seen this one in a while, and yes, it is on 4K. But I watched Dracula Untold. It's not a bad movie, but it's not. It's not bad. It's got great set pieces.
I think I started watching it, and then yeah,
it's got great set pieces, great action. I think the problem with it is they made him just too good of a character, too much of a good guy. And
what are we talking about?
Dracula Untold. Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
I had my internet crashed out, and I actually had to help out in the house. So go.
Technically, Sean, it was not the start of the Dark Universe. It was actually made before then. And then when Kurtzman came in, great old Kurtzman, he's like, "Nah, we ain't using that."
It was one of their initial trying to start the
it was thing, but it's supposed to, yeah. But
yeah,
I do like the movie, but it's I like my Dracula to be like Nicolas Cage, like evil, and you could tell this was the boom of the superhero movies, so they were trying to make Dracula like a superhero, and they give him all like superhero powers and everything, and it's based a little more on the real Dracula, Dracula, so they kind of combine it, and yeah, it's not bad. I like the action. I like some of the stuff in it, but I just think they made him too good, and I think a sequel could have helped it. I really do, because if you've never, I don't know if you've ever actually made it all the way to the end, Tom, because I know you said you started watching it. The ending would have set up a really great sequel where you could have really went dark into like horror Dracula territory, which I think would have made. Yeah, I think it would have made up for the movie, because it if you don't mind, I'll tell you. If you don't,
sure, I don't care.
Yeah, it goes to the future. It takes you to present day, and Dracula's wandering the streets of London or whatever, and he meets the woman.
Did see it.
He meets the woman that was it was the same one that played his wife in the movie, but now she's Mina, and he meets her, and then what's his name from Game of Thrones, who turned him into a vampire, sitting there watching them. So they really could have went into like horror territory in the second one to show you how evil he has became through the years. Because I really think Dracula needs to be evil. And that's why I love Nicolas Cage and Renfield. I was kind of disappointed in the ending of that, because I thought, where's the little stinger? Where's the little stinger where it shows him that he's still alive? I mean, you got the line saying that I don't think this will kill him, because I've seen him come back, but I kept waiting for the whole little like Dracula laugh or something, and it never happened. So I was kind of disappointed in that. I was kind of wanting a little stinger on that front. But other than that, it was a fun movie. I had a blast with it.
The movie did sadly bomb, so
yeah.
I don't know if that matters. I mean, I did like Renfield. I don't love it. I had a fun time with it, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it as much as you and Tom, but I did like it.
Yeah.
And I didn't hate and I think one of the reasons why it bombed were some critics were saying that Nicolas Cage is barely in the movie, but
dude, he's in most of the movie. He's freaking hilarious and evil
he's
shit.
Great in it.
I loved him.
He stole like every single part of that movie, which I'm like, you know what? He's in it a lot more than some of these critics are saying he is. What the fuck?
He's so good in that movie. He's like, don't make it a sexual thing, Renfield. I just want a bus full of cheerleaders. I hate boys. I hate girls. I love that line. He just wanted a bus full of cheerleaders, some nuns, and some tourists. That's all he wanted.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. It was great. It was such a good movie.
Oh yeah, Nicolas Cage is great in that role.
Oh, it is perfect. It's a shame, man. I was just thinking, could you imagine like Nicolas Cage in a Dracula world, just like Nicolas Cage Dracula movie set in like Bela Lugosi times, black and white? That would have been.
That beginning was amazing.
I know. I want to see
God.
a Dracula movie in black and white with Nicolas Cage, just like that. I want to see that.
That's literally the first thing I thought of in my head. I watched it with my dad because my dad wanted to see it, and literally when the whole thing happened of like him like walking down the stairs like Bela Lugosi, like the black and white and that aspect ratio and everything, I was just like, I want a movie like exactly like the Bela Lugosi Dracula Universal Monsters movie, but with Nicolas Cage in it. Like I just give me that. I'll give you so much money for that.
That would have been perfect.
And it would have been freaking hilarious.
It was good.
Like that would have made money for Universal right
there.
And did you get the Blu-ray or something, Greg?
I did, and I sent him the.
He sent me the code, but I'm buying the Blu-ray.
Okay. Because I thought about buying the Blu-ray, but I don't know if I want to.
There you go. You just pass on the.
Yeah, I'll pass the digital code to you when I get it.
Somebody, you don't have to. I don't get it.
I mean, to Runner if Runner needs it.
Yeah, anybody.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to because I do plan on getting on Blu-ray just for like a lower price. That's all.
Actually,
it's like $25 or some shit.
Yeah, it's not bad. Actually, there's supposed to be a 4K coming, but it's going to be a foreign release. So.
Same with Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Well, I'll wait for those. Yeah, I didn't get Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
I did get Cocaine Bear though.
I didn't. Yeah. I'll wait for the 4K on that.
Yeah, that's fine. Renfield, maybe I should get it. I don't know. I gotta save up my money.
I'm getting it. Yeah, I'm getting it. It's not bad.
I did enjoy the movie. It's like it might be on my top 5 of this year so far.
I definitely enjoyed Renfield. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did like Dracula Untold, but it is not. To me, it's more of like an action like movie, a superhero type movie. It's not really Dracula to me. I think the guy playing him does a great job. I just wanted him to be. I wanted him to be evil. I didn't want to have to. That's what I'm tired of. I want to see an evil character just be evil. That's why I loved it, Nicolas Cage, and like he was just fucking evil.
Pure evil, yeah.
Evil.
He was super evil.
Don't it's like that's how
manipulative as hell,
right?
He's like,
you must get all the girls, Renfield. And he's like, you think you could ever hurt me? It was so good. And the thing is, but I really think he was hurt by Renfield turning on him, but then he's just like, I'm gonna fuck you up for that. It's plain and simple.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it really was all about. He's like, you fucker.
After all I've done for you. But that was good.
I want a bus full.
That's all I wanted. I just want a bus full of cheerleaders, some tourists, and some nuns. That's all I asked for.
That was too good.
That was good.
It was good. And I did think I was going to like Aquafina because I do not like her.
I know, right? But she's like one of the least most annoying bits in the movie. At least,
yeah.
Like her most annoying, least annoying role. I can't fucking talk.
Yeah, yeah. It is her least annoying role. I'll give you that. But I'll be honest with you, I probably would have enjoyed the movie more if they got a better actress.
Anybody could have played the role. Really. Like it could have been anybody.
Oh yeah. Really. Yeah,
they turned her down a lot in that movie too.
Yeah.
But that was my second pick. Tom, do you any final words here before you head out?
No, I think that's all I have to say. I'm glad you enjoyed the film. I was figuring you would, but
definitely.
You never know.
Yeah.
I probably need to rewatch Renfield, to be honest.
It's fun. I loved it.
It was fun.
People really did sleep on that movie. If you've not seen anybody watching this, if you've not seen Renfield, watch Renfield. You will love it. Especially if you're into that type of stuff.
It is better. I did enjoy it more than Cocaine Bear. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Megan gets a 4K release, even if it's foreign too. That was just,
Yeah.
I liked Megan a lot more than I thought I would.
Me too.
Yeah,
I like Megan more than
was
I
good
anticipated.
too. Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna head out, guys. I apologize, but I got asked to a special event, which I normally don't peace out on you guys like this, but Legal Mindset has asked me to come on there. So when you guys are done watching these guys, if you want to come join us, that'd be great.
Yes. Steven, if you can find a link for that, put it in the chat for when we're done here or whatever. Have a good one, Tom.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
You too. Joy. All right, Runner, before we get to your next pick, I'm going to hit up these 2 super chats, and then we'll get to your pick. And once again, I got to say, Bronson, I am truly, truly very appreciative for all your super chats tonight. Thank you. Truly, thank you. This one says, other than Jack and Jill, what's your least favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Oh, I have an answer.
Go ahead. What's your answer? Go. I can hear you.
No,
yeah.
no, I was glitching out. You were glitching out through my end, so it's my internet fucking up again. But I saw this movie in the theater, and now that I remember it, it might be one of the worst fucking things I've ever seen in my life. Pixels.
I actually like Pixels.
But
but I've told you I have a soft spot for 80s stuff.
No, I get it.
I know. Trust me, I know that it's. I know it's a bad movie, but I kind of like the 80s stuff in it.
I want to like it. I just didn't. I was disappointed as hell.
Yeah, I think if somebody else was playing the Adam Sandler role, I think it would have worked. But I liked it, even though I know it's a bad movie.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
There's some there are some objectively bad movies that I enjoy too.
Yeah. Other than Jack and Jill, I was trying to think. There was one other one in between there that came out that I really. Don't Mess with the Zohan. I hated that movie.
I've never seen that one. I've heard of it though. Yeah,
I didn't care for that one. It was. I don't know. It was just really unfunny to me. I don't think I got that one. But yeah, that's one I didn't like that one. That's probably my least favorite.
You know what's an underrated Adam Sandler movie in my opinion, and I actually watched it like a few weeks ago for the first time. Punch Drunk Love. I actually like that movie.
I've heard a lot of people say they like that. I've never actually seen it. I don't really like serious Sandler, even though I know he can do it really well. He actually can.
Yeah,
but I just
it is one of his more toned down comedies, and it's directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. I don't know if you've seen any of his movies.
Yeah, I've seen Paul Thomas Anderson movies. Yes.
I know Tom hates Magnolia. That's one of his.
That movie sucks. That movie does suck.
Boogie Nights is really good.
Yeah,
that was one of his movies, and There Will Be Blood. That's probably my favorite of his that I've seen.
Yeah. And Bronson, thank you once again for another $5 super chat. It says, I like Nicolas Cage in The Family Man. Have you guys ever seen The Family Man? If so, what are your thoughts on the movie? My father loves the movie The Family Man. He makes us watch it every Christmas. It's not a bad movie. It's a great Wonderful Life ripoff movie. And Nicolas Cage does a really good job. And it's sad too, but it's also uplifting for Christmas. So that's my thoughts on it. I doubt you've seen it, Runner.
No, I haven't. Nicholas, no, I have not seen The Family Man. I've seen a lot of Nicolas Cage's more popular movies.
Yeah, well, it's got him and what's his name from the Iron Man movies, Don Cheadle.
Jon Favreau.
Don
Cheadle.
He plays the angel that gives him what it is like. He's this rich business guy who left his college girlfriend at the airport. He was supposed to join her and he never did. And so he went off and became rich. And then he gets visited by an angel, Don Cheadle, because he helped stop a robbery. And then he gives him a glimpse of what his life would have looked like if he would have went and got with his college girlfriend. And, of course, he's not rich. He lives in a suburb and he's married. He's got 2 kids. And, it's like the reverse of It's Wonderful Life. But it's not a bad little movie.
Okay.
Yeah. But thank you, Bronson, once again as well for all these super chats. I really, really, truly appreciate it. And just for all these, you get some special ladies.
Eat lead, you son of a bitch!
Lingerie ladies with guns. Gotta love it. Yeah, I've often wondered what would happen if he would have played the Jew Bear. That would have been something interesting. Very interesting.
Adam Sandler in a Tarantino film. I would have loved to have seen that.
He was originally intended to play the Jew Bear.
Yeah, I know you told me that once.
Yeah, and then I don't remember what happened, but it didn't. It didn't happen, and then Eli Roth became him. Yeah, Leaving Las Vegas is great. It is. That's not a funny movie. That's a sad movie. That's a dark movie. But I wasn't laughing. I just was thinking about the reference to that in
he won an Oscar for that.
Yeah, in the reference, there's a reference to it in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. When he just walks into the pool and he has to be dived. What's his name dives in to save him. That's the reference to Leaving Las Vegas. But yes. Go ahead, Runner. What do you got? What's your next pick?
Oh man, I'm trying to decide on what to pick next.
Be careful, because I only got one more. So if you want to show after my one more, so
okay, because I still have a ton of other stuff in the pile, but I might as well go with this. I watched The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I also watched the remake as well, directed by Tony Scott. That one was also pretty good. They're both good for different reasons, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The original is like, it's very well made. The transfer's good, I think. I know Tom mentioned that like there's like problems with like the sound or something, but I don't have an Atmos system, so I wouldn't know about that. It's pretty good, and like to talk about the remake as well, like I think the remake, it's like it's like the original, except it explores different ideas, which I think work pretty well. Because like in the original, it just feels like, like there's a ton of like these guys that hijack the train. Like you don't really get to, I mean, you get to know them, but not as well. In the remake, it's like it's mainly about just one of them, and it's Travolta's character, and he's fucking awesome in that movie. He's fucking
Travolta
hilarious.
always chews it up when he's a bad guy.
Oh my god, dude, his lines in that are fucking hilarious.
You gotta see what's that movie? I can't remember the name of the movie. It's with it's John Travolta. I think Christian Slater's in it. Oh my god,
Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow. Have you seen that?
No,
John Travolta plays such a crazy ass bad guy, and he just, like I said, when Travolta plays a bad guy, he just hams it up.
Yeah, dude. No, he hams it up, and what was it? In Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. And I mean, Denzel Washington's good in it too, of course. But Travolta, his interactions with Denzel are fucking great. And he'll say shit like "lick my bunghole, motherfucker," some shit like that. It's fucking great.
I haven't seen the remake. I haven't seen it, but it's been a while since I've seen the original.
Yeah, they're both good. They're both good for different reasons, but I'm glad I got this.
I would love to see Adam Sandler play a bad guy like that. I think that would be freaking hilarious. It's like the one thing he hasn't done. Sorry, Runner, go ahead. I just saw that. It made me laugh.
That would be kind of cool.
Could you imagine Adam Sandler as like a John Travolta bad guy? That would have been freaking hilarious.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love that. But yeah, it was weird because remember that whole Kino shipment problem I've been having?
Oh yeah, did you get it fixed?
No. I haven't, but I honestly didn't care. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not. It's not worth it at this point because I don't know. So no, but then I found out that Amazon had some sales for the Kino titles, so I just bought them from there.
I would, but Amazon, the ones I want to get, say, oh, they won't be here till like July 15th.
No, this came relatively Oh my god, I can't even talk.
I get tongue tied all the time. People make fun of me. It's fine.
Dude, I hate being tongue tied. It's terrible. Yeah, it came relatively quickly for me.
Yeah, like I want to get Night of the Hunter, and I want to get. Speaking of John Travolta, I want to get the Experts, which is a cheesy bad '80s comedy. But it keeps saying that they won't be here till like July 16th, and I'm like, I'm not waiting that long.
Yeah, like there's a ton of like, it's like under like $20 some of the Kino 4K.
Yeah, I've noticed they're on sale. That's why I've really been thinking about buying them, but I don't want to wait till July.
Yeah, I know. Like The Taking of Pelham, 1, 2, 3. I got, and I got Fistful of Dollars was another one that I got. I still need to watch that. And oh shit, I forgot it was another Clint Eastwood Western that I got in 4K from them. So I got those. I also got Marathon Man on 4K.
Nice.
I'm waiting for The Longest Yard. That's the other one.
Yeah, that's another one that I've been meaning to pick up that too. I'm thinking I'm just going to go to Kino and order those because I don't want to wait.
Yeah, when I get my paycheck, I'll get was it 12 Angry Men and Death Wish on 4K.
Nice. I'm still waiting for my Vinegar Syndrome
that's
Black Friday sales.
Yeah, and I also want to. Oh yeah, I'm still waiting for my Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah, they're starting to come out. I've seen people posting their shipments, their videos, opening unboxings and stuff. So then they'll be rolling out. That's why they give you a number. Whatever number you get, that's what number you're coming your way.
Yeah, I still need to wait for that shipment and what else? I have a few other shit I want to get to, but I got to stop spending my money on this shit. I really do. It's bad.
You'll never stop. Once you're in for life.
Yep.
All right. Oh, I will show you my last pick, and then if you want to show one more, or whatever, I don't know what you want to do after Mike because I only have one more pick. If I didn't have to watch a 3-hour long movie, I maybe could have watched more, but.
No, I understand.
No, but don't seriously. I really did like John Wick 4. I know it sounded like I came down hard on it, but I really did like the movie.
No, that's fine.
I did dig the ending, and I think we all know where that ending's going. That he's because how much money it made. So, but this is my final pick of the night. I enjoy this movie. This has been sitting on my shelf for a while, and I haven't seen it in a while. And I guarantee your runner's never seen this. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this out there, but it's called Outlander, starring Jim Caviezel, Sophie Myles, Ron Perlman, and John Hurt. This is a fun little sci-fi flick from the early 2000s. If you've never seen it, I do recommend it. I have not seen it in a while, and I was glad to pull it off my shelf and watch it again. It's a fun, cheesy B sci-fi movie. It's a good movie. Jim Caviezel here. Yes. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Excellent movie.
I haven't seen it.
I knew you wouldn't have. But Jim Caviezel, he's basically an alien. He's from another planet and stuff, and he crash lands on Earth in Norway in like 705 AD with the Vikings. And he's the only survivor on his ship, and he ended up bringing a monster. Well, it's not a monster; it's like this giant alien creature that got free off from a ship, and it's attacking the Viking villages. And so he gets captured by these group of Vikings. They call him Outlander because he's not from around there. John Hurt is brilliant as the Viking king. They take him in, and he tries to tell them why he's there and what this monster can do, what it did to his people. And they don't believe him at first, but then they take him with him, and they kill a bear thinking the bear's the thing. And he tries to tell them, no, it's not the bear. It's not the bear. Yes, it's like a Viking Predator movie. Yes, it's very much like Predator. And it's like when they say Beowulf meets Predator, this is sort of like, what if this was the story that inspired Beowulf? And it's a great little monster. The CGI is not perfect, but it has some really great CGI moments. So it's just like tracking this monster and like kick-ass Vikings, blood, fight, all that, and it's just a really good, great sci-fi B movie. Because I loves me some sci-fi B movies, and Jim Caviezel does a great job. The whole cast it's an amazing cast. Great people, pretty good special effects for a very low budget movie. And so if you've never seen it, I do recommend it. I think you would have fun with this one, Runner. I really do. It's a great sci-fi monster movie.
Cool.
Yeah. It's one of his better roles, Caviezel's roles. So if you've never seen it, check it out. I'm glad I wasn't the only one, because I know it's not a huge movie, but I know some people have seen it other than maybe Ace here didn't like it, and I get you, Ace. We don't all like everything, so I have nothing against you, man. But yeah, I'm glad I wasn't the only one to seen it here. There's people in the chat loved it. It's a good one. It's a good movie. It's great with the tradition of Vikings and action flicks, and one man standing up and fighting. Sort of had a theme this week with my picks, if you could tell, with the picks I had this week. One man against whole underground, one man against the Turkish army, and one man against the monster. Well, one man and some Vikings against a monster. So I sort of had a action movie thon here this week. Oh yes, I've been meaning to pick up Highwayman too, because Highwayman is underrated. It's from the director of The Hitcher, and that just came out on Shout Factory. I was kind of waiting for the price to drop because I didn't want to get it like I got Flashback, and because Flashback has no special features, and I don't think Highwayman has any special features. I haven't checked, so I was kind of waiting for the price to drop on that because I really want to pick that one up. That is such a great movie. And I lost Runner. So it's just me. So how you guys doing tonight? What do you guys want to talk about? Now that Runner's gone, let's make fun of him. You just say take out Caviezel's character, and it's basically the blueprint for Prey, but much better. Pretty much, right? But the Vikings are way better. Way better. Shh. Don't tell Runner what we were saying, guys. Keep it quiet. Can you hear me? Are you good? Runner? I don't know. Who's Runner? Who are we? What time is it? Where are we? Are we even real? Caviezel's not bad in Frequency. I haven't seen Frequency in a while. That's a pretty decent movie with him and Dennis Quaid. That's not a bad movie. I haven't seen that in a while. Don't ever watch the CW TV show they tried to make of that. That's horrible. I never watched. I still can't believe they tried to make a CW show of that. That's horrible. Live Runner live. Runner, can you hear us yet? Are you good?
You're glitching out like a motherfucker.
On your end, maybe. Okay. All right. I'm waiting for this super chat to pop up here because I see Bronson. Thank you once again very much for giving me another $5 super chat. I truly appreciate it, my friend. Truly.
You sound better now.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson and anger management? What are your thoughts about Jack? I love the movie Wolf. I think The Wolf is great, and that's another Disney-owned movie that we may never get a Blu-ray of. For some of you guys that aren't in the U.S. here, is there a Blu-ray of? Do you guys know the movie Wolf with Jack Nicholson? Is there a Blu-ray out there in your guys' area? Because I don't think there's a Blu-ray here in the U.S. And I think that's another Disney-owned movie, and sadly, and I would love to have that on Blu-ray. And Anger Management's not bad; it's a fun movie. Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson play well off each other. So if you've not seen that one, I do like that one. That's not a bad one. As like I said, early Sandler was pretty good up till he got to about like, even though I like Pixels, but up till he got to about like Pixels and Jack and Jill and the one with Drew Barrymore, which I didn't think was very good. Blend It. That's where he kind of fell apart. But I mean,
which one? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Blend It with Adam Sandler. I was talking about that, but he was talking about anger management in the movie Wolf. Okay.
I'm sorry. You were glitching so much. I could barely hear what you're saying. I'm sorry.
That's on your end, bro. That's on your end.
I know it's on my end, and it's fucking frustrating.
Okay, so there is a Blu-ray of Wolf in the UK. All right, that's cool. And yes, I would like a Bulletproof movie too on Blu-ray because that is a good one with Damon Wayans. But however, I think that's another Disney-owned movie. But I have to go back and look at that. That might be Sony actually, so I don't know. I have to check into that.
Hey, I'm gonna switch to another device. This is
Go
pissing
ahead.
me off.
Go ahead. I can handle this. But thank you, Bronson, once again for another super chat. So
69 dudes.
whoa. All right, so why Disneyland? Where you going? I'm going to Disneyland. That was good. All right, guys, if you got any questions in the chat, because I don't have any other movies here at my side at the moment, and Runner's gone. So if you guys got any questions, ask me. If you want to talk about anything, let me know. I will say that I appreciate each and every one of you guys in the chat tonight. Everybody watching, I'm really truly glad to have you guys here. You know, I say it a lot, and I do mean it. Without you guys, I don't know if I could. It's still what I'm saying is without you guys, I don't know if I could do this because I never ever expected people to actually watch me. That's true. I never expected people to ever watch me on YouTube, but yeah, thank you. I truly appreciate it. Oh, the Wolf is out of stock on him. See, I really want that movie because I really want that. I don't want to be all by myself. Yeah, the Highwayman Blu-ray. It's 20 something. It was like 22 here in America, $22.99 in America. I was kind of waiting on the price because I really do love that movie. It's a great movie. It's very underrated. And if you've never seen Highwaymen with Jim Caviezel, check it out. It's really cool. It's basically the story of this guy who drives this Cadillac who gets his kicks. He gets off by hitting people with his car and causing accidents. That brings him a sexual satisfaction. And he killed Jim Caviezel's wife in a car accident. You know, he purposely slammed into him, and then he ended up killing Jim Caviezel's wife. So Jim Caviezel has been chasing this man in this Cadillac across the United States. And then Sophie, what's her name? Sophia something. I can't remember her name. She gets caught up in their little game here, and he gets with her and everything. And it's a really great underrated movie, and if you've never seen it, I truly think you guys should see it. So if you've never seen it, check that out.
Hi, I'm back.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, a lot better. I'm on my iPad now, and it sounds a lot better. God, my computer can go fuck itself. It's terrible.
It happens. Thank you, Tyrell. That video kind of surprised me. Sometimes when I do stuff that's not physical media related, and I mean, don't get me wrong, people. Physical media is my number one topic here on my channel, but I do videos out. I like to do other videos. That video kind of surprised me. It took off there after a while, so I was happy with it, and I was glad that people resonated with like the monster movies because. After watching Renfield and some of these other movies I was watching, like with Outlander with the monster, I miss monster movies. That's like, I love monster movies, and we haven't really got any new monsters lately, other than the people brought up Terrifier. Which yes, Terrifier is probably I know he's a slasher, but the slashers were sort of like Freddy and them were like the second versions of the monsters, just for the 80s. So like Terrifier is like the only one we got right now. And I would say maybe the Hatchet, Victor Crawley is the other one, but he's been around for a while now. So he's about run his course. So I would love to see some more monster movies. And I love Dog Soldiers, Tommy. Dog Soldiers is great. And I don't think I've seen Snow Hollow, so I have to check out Snow Hollow. I love werewolf movies. But yeah. And Runner, if you got one more to show or whatever you wanted to show, we'll show another one. But I'm going to get another super chat real quick.
I have two picks that I want to show, but they're all in the same but they're in the same franchise. So
all right, we'll get right to them as soon as I do this. Thank you once again, Bronson. I truly do appreciate this. Jim Carrey's line as the Grinch is hilarious. 6:30 p.m. dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. What are some of your favorite Jim Carrey lines? I always liked I know it's going to sound stupid, but I always liked him in Ace Ventura, and it's not alrighty then. It's when he walks in to Tone Loc and he goes, "Can I ask you a question?" He does that with his butt. I always thought that was a pretty funny line, and I always liked what else was it? I'm trying to think. I always liked Smoking from The Mask, of course, and early Jim Carrey was good too. So that was about it. You have any favorite Jim Carrey lines?
No, I can't think of any in particular, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
That's another like I still need to watch some of Jim Carrey's stuff. Like
Yeah.
I like one of the more recent things I did watch that he was the star in was Cable Guy. I thought that was pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, Cable Guy was good. I loved him. That was pretty good. That's line.
Probably one of Ben Stiller's better
Yeah.
directed. It's probably like his second best. His first one, obviously, being Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. That's a good line in Cable Guy when he punches him in the jaw and he goes, "Hey, you fixed my lisp." And then he punches him. You son of a bitch. That's a good line.
That's so good.
That's a good line. That's a good Jim Carrey line.
That is good. That was
good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Fire Marshal Bill. Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Fire Marshal Bill. That's a great character from In Living Color. That's before your time, Runner.
Yeah, a lot of things you talk about were before my time.
I know. That's because I'm older than you. What's up, Peter Venkman FanZcene? Glad to have you here with us, joining us. Appreciate it. Yes, and we'll get to you here. It's sort of like the Hit Your Meat Switchback delete scene, sort of like that, sort of. But Runner, if you're ready to show me the pics here, I'm gonna.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, I've been waiting too long, Greg.
Go ahead.
My connection's a little bit better, so I'm a lot happier now. But I kind of feel dirty not having to show these when Tom was here, but we'd probably be here for fucking hours if he was still here. Because I know this is one of his favorite franchises, but I wanted to talk about these movies with you, Greg. Because I know you're a fan.
Debbie Does Dallas. Debbie Does Dallas Part 2. Oh, Child's Play 2 and 3. I love. Yeah, those are good movies. I love those.
Yeah, I want to talk about them with you because I watched them not too long ago.
Nice. And that was your first watches?
Yes.
Of both of them? Okay.
I got them from the Shout sale. It was well worth it, in my opinion. 2 is good. 2 is a good sequel to the first one. And I don't know if this is an underrated opinion, but I actually enjoyed 3 more than 2.
That's a bit underrated. Most people really like Part 2.
I know, but like I got more enjoyment from 3.
I figured, with the age you're at right now, that probably hits you a little closer than the second movie.
Yeah, definitely. I just like the concept of what's the boy's name?
Andy.
Yeah, Andy, that's right. I actually like the concept of him going to military school.
Yeah.
I think that's a great concept. And, Chucky being involved in shit, I think that was, like, really well done.
Chucky's gonna be bro. I still can't believe they got away with that.
And like him switching the paint bullets to real bullets.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, oh my god, this movie's brilliant.
It's a good movie. I like Part 3, but I prefer Part 2 better. I think Part 2 is a better movie, but I do like Part 3.
Yeah, you see, I don't understand that. I don't understand why people think Part 2 is better than 3. I actually like 3 more, but maybe that's just me.
Because of how close it connects, like, to the first movie, like how they rebuild Chucky. Andy still, Andy.
Don't get me wrong.
You move on. It's just, I don't know. It's just something about Part 2 that's like ups it enough to where it really feels good, and
it's definitely
it hit at a certain point in time. I think that really captured people. Don't get me wrong. Part 1's still the best.
Oh yeah, definitely. Part 1 is the best. The original Child's Play, and I actually have the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, which it has like the original.
Yeah, we know.
Well, that's why I didn't get the first one on the sale. I got 2 and 3 because those weren't available.
Yeah, your Best Buy.
Yeah, only the first one was. But no, I enjoyed 3 a lot. 2 is good. 2 is like a great sequel to the first one. Like it feels like it actually connects. But I think like the decisions for 3 I think were really smart. It's like don't make it exactly like the first 2, like try to like explore something different. I actually like that they made Andy to like an older like
Yeah.
kid, like in his teenage.
And it's only like 2 or 3 years after the second one was made.
Yeah.
so it went into the future, actually.
Yeah, I know it did, and I actually like that it did.
No.
I mean, I'll admit, I know, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I get annoyed by kid actors in movies. Part 3 has no exception to that. That little kid who wanted to play with Chucky and stuff kind of annoyed the shit out of me at the beginning.
Yeah, the
I forget his name.
The guy that Chucky's going to go into, the kid that Chucky's going to go into.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
supposed
gets
to
kind of
deliver
annoying.
he's supposed to deliver the package to Andy, but he takes it because the box ripped up and is like, oh, it's a good guy. I want to play with that.
Yeah,
It's like,
he's kind of annoying.
yeah, I know. He starts off as super annoying until he actually like finds out that Chucky's like pure evil and shit.
Yeah,
He
and
became
just so
a lot
you know,
less annoying.
you're crackling real bad.
I am?
Yeah, you're crackling.
Oh, it's not as
I mean, no,
bad
I can
as-
hear you. It's just when you talk, it goes.
That's because I'm using the microphone on my headphones, and the laundry is on the background. So sorry about that. This is what I gotta work with. Sorry.
We will not leave you behind like Matt Damon. But I do like, yes, part 3. It's fine. It's actually a pretty fitting conclusion to the first 3, like the original version, like the Chucky trilogy. I prefer part 2. I think part 2 is better. It has better kills. It has a better story, in my opinion, and but with part 3, I like part 3. I do like the military setting. I do like that they made Andy, because you really couldn't go any much further with him as a kid. To be honest, let's be honest. I love the kid, the guy that plays Andy, and I'm glad that he's actually back playing Andy, even though the Chucky is not good anymore. The story that they've turned it into, but I'm glad that kid is back as the adult Andy.
Oh, are you talking about the TV show?
Yeah, he's back as Andy.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
He actually comes back as Andy in the Seed of Chucky, or not the Seed of Chucky, the Curse of Chucky, and the other movie they made before the TV series. That's when he returns. But yeah, I like part 3. It has some moments. I love when the kid dives on the thing and it blows him up. I love when Chucky's face gets cut off. I love the story.
Dude, all that's great. I love that.
My favorite scene probably is which just for fun, is when he tries to give Chucky a haircut. I love that scene, and then he cuts that guy's throat and he says, "Presto, you're bald." So like I say that now because like when I have to cut my dad's hair, I always say that line to him now. I say, "Presto, you're bald," because Chucky the Child's Play 3. So,
oh yeah,
yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed 2 and 3. They're good sequels to the first one. I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, I guess it.
And I don't mean to like go on too long, but
go ahead.
Some people are saying that I sound like I'm broadcasting from outer space. Speaking of broadcasting from outer space, I did watch Apollo 13 on 4K.
You should have saved that.
What? Really?
I have that. I was thinking about watching that this week or next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would have been able to talk to you more about it because I haven't watched it in years, and I have the 4K. I've actually had the 4K for probably about a year now that I just have never watched, and I was thinking I really want to watch that because it's like summertime and stuff.
I bought it like maybe like 3 or 4 months ago.
I got the slipcover, so
Oh, of course you do, you bastard.
I've had it for a while. Yes,
but I got it for a cheaper price. So, damn
I only
it.
paid $10 for it.
$10 for what?
Apollo 13
on 4K.
Yeah, I only paid $10 for it.
What the fuck?
I got it on a sale.
Oh, you fucking piece
with
of
the
shit.
slipcover. Yeah, look.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's actually on sale right now on Amazon, by the way, for $10 for $9.99.
I think I got it on Best Buy for like 13 maybe.
Yeah. That movie's been out for a while, so you rate for the right time, you get the price. Yeah, I was actually just thinking about watching that. I was actually going to watch it this week, but I thought, no, I was in the mood for some action flicks after watching Renfield and John Wick. So I was like, I'm in the mood for some action flicks. So, but you should have saved that. I was thinking about watching it soon.
I literally watched it today.
But I don't know. Yeah.
I watched it this morning.
Yes, From the Earth to the Moon is a great companion piece. Yeah, made by the same people.
Well, no, somebody were just like saying that was broadcasting in space, and I'm like, oh, I have the perfect movie right here.
Not just space, but you were broadcasting from your anus.
Oh.
No, you're right, Random Brad. There's nothing wrong with it being $13 as well. That's only $3.
The most unoriginal space joke ever made.
That it's still funny. I don't care what anybody says.
It's funny, but it's like it's overused.
Yeah, let's listen to John Campia. What a douchebag!
Oh my god,
guy's such a douchebag.
Dude, have you seen like his recent like meltdowns? And
I heard he had a meltdown, but I never watched it because I don't really care about John Campia.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. If you want a good laugh, go ahead. It's fucking hilarious, and it was about the How to Train Your Dragon casting. Clearly, he doesn't understand it.
I have no dog in that, no bone in that hunt, or whatever they say, because I don't really care.
No,
the How to Train Your Dragon stuff. I never watched the movies, and I feel bad for the people that are fans, but I don't care.
No, it was never huge on me either, Greg. I'll be honest with you. Like a lot of people loved it, and I was just like, yeah, it's fine. Like I watched the first 2 and that's it. But they weren't like amazing. Like it's I forget his name, Jay Burchell or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Jay Burchell.
Yeah, the dude with like the heavy like
all right
accent.
You guys are gonna have to. I'll have to watch it because I heard he had a meltdown. I heard it was kind of funny, but I don't like John Campia. But if it's pretty funny, I'll have to watch it.
I don't like him either. But okay.
The only person I like from the John Campia show is R&B, and I don't think he works for him anymore. So
I was gonna say he's not there anymore. So no one gives a shit about his show anymore.
I like R&B. I don't like John Campia, but I'm glad he doesn't work for him anymore.
He was like most people who like tuned into Campia's show were saying like, oh, R&B is like the one thing that's like really good.
He was the one that everybody came to see.
Yeah, I mean that's because he's like. It's weird because after seeing his meltdown and stuff on like race swapping and all that, he even like tried to like clarify it and say like he made a video of like giving out a history of race swapping in Hollywood and stuff. And I'm watching it and I'm like, dude, you don't understand anything. Like do you understand like history of film or anything? Like because he's like he's bitching about people complaining about the casting for How to Train Your Dragon. I'm like, dude, yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense that you would race swap any of those characters because
especially in the area they live in.
Exactly.
It's what I remember, it's actually legitimately like Norse, like what I was with Norway.
Yeah, it's literally a Norse like mythology type of story. It's why movies like The Northman work is because they actually casted actors that like work within that time, and most people fucking love that movie. I did too. It was one of my favorites of last year.
What's up, Heather Preston? Glad to see you here.
And literally no one complained about the race swapping.
I'll have to watch it.
There was no. Actually, I take that back. There was no race swapping at all. It was actually accurate.
I'll have to go back and I'll watch it. I'll watch it to see if it's funny. I'll check it out. I don't like John Campea.
It's funny for how embarrassing it is. But like, honestly, I watched Tom, Andre, and all the other guys from Midnight's Edge in the Morning break it down, and that's just as entertaining. Actually, no. I'll send you a link. There's a channel that I subscribe to called John Campea Exposed. I don't know if anyone has subscribed to that channel. Oh, dude, that channel is fucking great. He'll clip shit like from John Campea and like just literally expose him for the fraud that he is. and he's been sort of like going off after his whole meltdowns and stuff. But they clipped the reaction from Midnight's Edge in the Morning. I'm gonna send you that because you might have more fun with that.
Well, I always watch Midnight's Edge, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if their live stream is like available anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one though, but I'll check. Yeah, send me the link. I'll check that out because
I'll send it to you after the show's over.
All right, but yeah, if I wish I had more picks for you guys tonight, but hopefully though soon I will have my Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday sale, and I have another title that I bought from Culture Shock releasing. It's a new title that should be coming here soon, so I'll have that for you guys next week. And who knows what else I may watch this week? Who knows? I got tons of stuff on my shelves that I haven't got to yet, much like Apollo 13, which I've had for about a year and I've never watched, and I've been meaning to forever. And I was just feeling it this summer because it's like I feel like it's a summer movie, so I was thinking about watching it soon.
It is kind of like a summer movie, yeah.
Yeah. So I may get to it this week or next week, whenever. It just depends on what else I get coming and what else I have on my shelves that pop out at me. But if you want, I mean, it's up to you. When I get it, because it's coming from Kino. Kino is making a 4K face-off. I will be buying Kino the 4K face-off, and I will do a 4K review.
I was gonna say, face-off is coming out on 4K soon. They announced it Christmas Day of last year.
Oh, so I remember that. So I'm looking forward to getting that, and I will do a review for you guys when I get it. So yeah. Thank you, Randall Brad. But it's up to you, Runner. If you want to show one more before we close, or we can close out, or you can show one more, or we can go for a little bit and just take questions from the chat. It's up to you guys.
I'll show one more real quick. There's another one I got from the Shout sale, and that is one of Robert Zemeckis' earlier movies, starring Kurt Russell himself, Used Cars.
I haven't seen that in years.
This is a fun fucking movie, man.
It's nice. I haven't seen it in years, so I can't remember a whole lot about it.
It's good. If did you buy anything from the sale?
No, because I actually saved money for Vinegar Syndrome.
No, that's understandable, but like
I was going to, because there was a few 4K titles I wanted to get, but I was like, I want to wait for Vinegar Syndrome. Then I was kind of disappointed on Vinegar Syndrome because they were saying like half price on everything, and some of the prices were still like pretty high, and I was like,
their prices were high, but not as high as.
But I got some 4 good movies, so
I got 4 movies too from them.
Yeah. I wish I could have bought more, but like I said, the price was a little higher than I anticipated. But I saved enough. I got some 4 good titles that I hope that I like. That I don't know if other people may like, but I like them. Talk about Used Cars a little bit.
This was a fun movie. Yeah, it is an awesome one, Tyrell. I haven't seen it since like literally like I feel like a week and a half because
I do realize I just missed. Go ahead, go talk. I just realized I missed.
No, because I was wanting to show this one if I could have made it to the show last week, but I didn't, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a good low budget movie about cars. Kurt Russell, he's a salesman who like has like a really cheap way of selling cars. Like his cars like break down, he gets cheap ones and he tries to sell them and try to make them look good.
Good old used cars salesman.
Yeah, he like he tries to like paint over taxis and stuff with blue paint so he can sell those off. It's funny.
Yeah,
it's
been a
fun.
while since I've seen it, but I remember it being a funny movie.
It's a pretty funny movie, and they try to hijack the car salesman from next door, like across the street. It's a good fucking movie.
Nice, cool.
Oh,
all right,
and I know Greg will approve of this. There's a lot more boobs in this than I thought.
Just love the 80s, man. That's how you know you're in an 80s movie, because like sometimes you'll be just watching any like comedy years, whatever, then all of a sudden boobs, and you're like, oh, this is the 80s.
Oh
there's
yeah,
just like
dude.
sometimes they just come out of nowhere.
No, you know you know that one advertisement commercial that they try to pull off. Kurt Russell does, and they have a chick, and they pop the hood. And it actually like grabs one of the blonde it grabs the blonde chick's like dress and like just rips it off.
Yeah.
Her fucking breasts show up. It's great.
Yeah. So I was watching Phantom of the Mall. It's an 80s horror flick, and my nephew was watching it, and it got to a scene, and all of a sudden the girl was like, just popped her tops off, and he goes, "Oh, I forgot we're in the 80s."
Yeah.
So it's like that's when you know I love the 80s. That's a great time. But I have to watch that again. And
the only disappointing thing about this is I wish they had a slipcover for this, but they don't.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of that had been released on Blu-ray before, and I don't know if it came with a slipcover from Shout before, but I've noticed a lot of people are just taking their slipcovers off their Blu-rays and putting them on those.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
But this was at my Best Buy for a while. They used Cars 4K, but I didn't buy it because it was like pretty high priced. It was priced at Shout's like normal price range. But I bought it on the sale, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect.
But yeah, I wish I would have bought some from the Shout Factory thing, but
You should definitely give this a rewatch, Greg. You'd enjoy
I forgot.
it.
Oh yeah, I like that movie. It's been a long time. I
think you'd appreciate it more now.
Probably. I like Kurt Russell.
Oh yeah, Kurt Russell's he's just good in like anything he's in. Even if it's a shitty movie, he's just good in anything.
Mm-hmm. That is true. But Bronson, I'm sorry I'm sorry I missed this early. I apologize for that. If you're still here, hopefully you're still here. But thank you once again for the $5 super chat. And in your opinion, what do you think is Eddie Murphy's worst movie? I'd probably have to say his latest Coming to America Part 2 was pretty bad. And
oh, you saw that?
Yeah, I saw enough of it where I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
I didn't bother watching it.
Yeah, that, and if I had to guess, most of his newer shit is really bad. Dolomite was all right. I mean, that was sort of his comeback, but
I know he did a movie recently with Jonah Hill, I think.
Yeah, I heard that was a bad movie. People or something like that. It's called.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't great either.
Those People or You People. I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a. I would say that pretty much much like Adam Sandler. Early Eddie Murphy is the best, and later roles, once he got to a certain point. I
don't think I've seen a bad Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah, he's some bad ones. Mostly, I think after the Nutty Professor. After the Nutty Professor, he kind of went downhill.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm just saying, like as of now, I've never really watched a bad Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah, wait till you get to his later work.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen his later work. I've seen his like earlier stuff. Like, I don't know, man. I can't answer that question. I could probably tell you what his best ones are.
What was it? Was it called Pluto Nash? Was bad. I think that's what it was called.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it was bad. Rosario Dawson was probably the best part of that movie. Was it called movie Meet Dave, where he's like a robot and there's like little people and he's like,
Oh, I've heard of it.
yeah, I think his name's Meet Dave. That's a shit movie. Norbit is a shit movie. Oh man, yeah. Some of those later movies were bad. Yeah. Norbit, if you've ever seen, if you don't know, he basically plays like a really nerdy version, this really nerdy guy, and then he also plays the really nerdy guy's really big, fat, mean wife. So he plays two roles, and it's horrible.
Mm.
Yeah. So.
I did watch. This was like, I think like 3 months ago. All the Beverly Hills Cop movies were free on YouTube to watch, and I finally watched the third one. I actually kind of enjoy that one.
With the third, it's not as bad as everybody says. The third one's
yeah,
pretty good.
no. I remember getting some hate, and I'm like, I don't see it.
It's not as bad as everybody says, but it was. I think maybe the problem with that, it was made a little too long after the first two.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can tell he like aged more.
Yeah, I think it came out. It should have came out earlier, but yeah, it's not as bad as everybody said. Don't ever watch Norbit. Norbit's bad. Peter Venkman fan site. It's bad. It's bad. Metro. I remember. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that. I can't remember much of it. I don't think I really cared for it, Metro. So yeah, I heard that was a bad one. Yes, Beverly Hills Cop 3 was announced in 4K in the US. Yes.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get that.
Yeah. But thank you once again, Bronson, for all your super chats. Really appreciate it. And you've been keeping us
next on USA. Up, all night.
This year. She's awesome. Am I muted? Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. You just muted yourself, dude.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you just muted yourself when you
No, it did it to me. It was weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's weird. You asked if you were muted, and I'm like, no, and then you just muted yourself. I'm like, dude.
I feel bad for you, Random Brad, that your kids made you watch Norbit over. That's bad.
If the movie's that bad, then
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Like I said, after the Nutty Professor Eddie Murphy movies kind of went downhill because I was like peak Eddie Murphy was the Nutty Professor movies, and there's like what was it? Who I watched? I can't remember who I watched. Somebody had a theory that when you watch the Nutty, you're eating something and it's hear you chewing loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Somebody had a theory that with the Nutty Professor Part 2, that was Eddie Murphy effectively killing his old self and turning into his new, because at the time he was sort of kid-friendly self. So, because in the Nutty Professor Part 2, he's the skinny person that he turned into, like they split. And he's the loudmouth comedian, the skinny guy, the cool guy, and then Eddie Murphy's the nerdy fat guy. And so like a lot of people say that was when Eddie Murphy effectively killed his old self and became the new Eddie Murphy. So I can't remember what video I watched on that, but they explained it much better than I did. But with all that being said, if you guys got any real quick questions to ask before we close out, because we're going to go ahead and close it out. And I thank you guys for hanging with us. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Runner, for being here. Thank you, Tom. I know you had to go early, but thank you, guys. Steven, if you found that link to where Tom's at, go ahead and put that in chat. If people want to head over there and watch Tom doing what he's doing. But anything you want to say, Runner, before we close it out?
Nothing. Yeah, I got nothing going on. It's just work. I'm trying to watch more movies on my pile of movies I still need to watch. My physical media pile before the summer ends.
I know. It's a good thing you can still have physical media to watch whenever you want, however you want.
Yeah,
right? It
my room
never gets taken from you.
Yep, my room is a hell of a library.
There you
so
go.
far.
There you go.
And I'm
And
I'm literally losing shelf space.
Don't talk to me about shelf space. I'm out.
I know, but like I'm not gonna do what Rookie did recently.
Yeah, I don't do
where
that.
he like gets rid of the cases and stuff. I'm like, oh dude, no.
Yeah, I just can't do that.
I can't do that. That would kill me.
Yeah. But there you guys go. If you guys after this, because I'm gonna hit the clip here in a minute. But there, if you guys want to go to Tom's, where he's at right now, there's the link. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate that. And like I said, thank you all for watching. Thank you for all being here. Thank you for all hanging with us in the chat. Thank you, Runner. Thank you, Tom. And as always, hold on. Right when I was closing it down, I see it popped up over here, but not on my StreamYard yet. So give me a minute. I'm waiting for it to pop up on StreamYard. There it is. Thank you, Victor Fontaine. Truly, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. It says, thanks, Greg. Thanks, Runner. Always look forward to Wednesday night physical media talk. I appreciate that, man. I look forward to doing this. And, we're coming up on 100 episodes soon. We're on episode 97 now. In a couple weeks, we'll hit 100. Maybe I'll try to get some special guest on for the 100th episode. I'll see who I can reach out to. I'll see who I can reach out to. Maybe I'll get with Tom and see if we can figure somebody out or something. I think we should do something special for you guys for the 100th. Because without you, sure. I mean, you guys have made it. Like, seriously, this show came about. You guys can actually thank Runner for this show. You really truly can thank Runner for the show. Because I put out a tweet one day or whatever, and Runner was like, dude, we should do a show about physical media one night. I was like, that's not a bad idea. So here we are, almost 100 episodes later.
Well, that's actually, it's not so much that. I think I told you, like, after I graduated high school, like, I got some, like, money.
Yeah,
like, as gifts. And, like, I spent most of it on Blu-rays.
Yeah.
And I told you about that because I'm like, dude, like, I want to, like, be a physical media collector. And I started, like, then I DM'd you about the idea.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, you gave me a good idea, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Tyrell. Sweet. Been here since episode 2. Nice.
God, I feel old now.
Those first 2 episodes was just me and Runner just talking like 4 hours doing nothing.
No. That was the first one. The second episode, I believe Tom was there.
Was he? I thought Tom didn't come until the 3rd episode.
It was either the 3rd. It was either the 2nd or the 3rd. I could have sworn it was the 2nd one.
But seriously, thank you once again, Victor Fontaine, for the $9.99 super chat. Once again, truly, thank you all for being here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
How you doing? Bitches leave.